Hey folks, welcome back to LifeWalk Wellness. Today we're starting a new series. It's a 5-part series based on my first book, Finding Balance, Finding Truth. You can find it on Amazon. And so we're splitting this into 5 parts. There's going to be a lot of hands-on interaction, a lot of ways for you to get control of your life and take it where you want it to be. This is not going to be a series about me telling you about all the different things that you think you need to do. This is based on a workbook. So Finding Balance, Finding Truth is a workbook. You're going to be hands-on. You're going to be taking control of things. You're going to be answering questions and really looking deep inside yourself to figure out where you are and where you want to go and how are you going to get there. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Trust me, I know whenever somebody says that, you're like, oh, yeah, this is a setup. And maybe it is. I'm going to be here to kick your butt and get you off of it to take control of this stuff. This is not there's no accountability here. There's nobody standing over your shoulder to tell you what you need to do next. I'll be on this video, but I'm not going to be right there with you. You're going to need to make the decision to do these exercises and take your life where you want it to go. We will have fun with it, but there is going to be work involved. So something else you're going to need as we go through this process is a notebook, or at least a piece of paper, though you're probably going to need more than one sheet of paper. So grab yourself a cheap notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but there's going to be some exercises that you're going to need to work through. You're going to be writing down some lists. You're going to be answering some questions, and you're going to need to refer back to those later on in the process. So you're going to want to have those there. Also, throughout this video series, I'm going to be asking you to comment below. I want you to share with me, share with the world, share with your friends, the different steps that you're going through, different decisions that you're making, or if you have questions. Like I said, I'm not there looking over your shoulder during this process, but I will be here and I will respond to your questions if you post them below. Put it out there, let me know, and I'm here to help you out. Okay, the last thing I'm going to ask of you as we go through this process is to have fun. Just take a deep breath, let it go, and look at your life honestly. Like I said, we're going to have some fun with this, but it is going to be some hard work as well. So take that deep breath, relax, and we're going to get ready to get started. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's really get into this. So what is life management all about? It's not really time management, but there is some time management in there. I've talked about it before in other videos. We all get the same amount of time. You can't manage time. You get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 point something days a year, just like everybody else. Where the life management comes in is how you decide to spend that time. Once that time passes, it's gone. So you get to spend each moment the way you want to spend it. And that's what this process is about, is building that life that's filling your time just with things that you really want to do. So you get to choose what you do with your time. Now you can choose to come home from work every day and sit in front of the TV set and binge watch the latest Netflix series, or get on social media and start spiraling down that rabbit hole. Come on, we've all been there. I get it. Or you can start making time for other things that you really want to do. Maybe there's a class that you want to take, or a new hobby that you want to pursue, or you want to spend more time with your friends and family. These are all decisions that you're going to make about how you spend your time. Now that we know what life management is, you're probably wondering, well, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to spend $10 on this little workbook? Why do I want to spend 5 days with this chick here telling me what I'm doing wrong and what I need to do it right? You're going to need to come up with those answers. The primary reason for doing this is freedom. The freedom to choose the life that you want to live, to get rid of the things in your life that are no longer serving you, and to build a life with who and what you want to do. Break out of the old patterns, whether it's a new career or just changing up your feelings about your existing career, or just everything involved around recreating the life that you really want to have. And how is that different from the life that you currently have now? So our starting point is going to be identifying why you're here. What about this video attracted you to it? And why are you still here watching this far into it? What's keeping you here? Is it guilt? Are you feeling like you're not spending enough time with friends and family? Is it loneliness? Maybe you're not in a relationship and you'd like to be, or you're not being fulfilled in your current relationship. Is it anger or frustration? Maybe your job feels like it's going nowhere and you either want to go a different direction or you just need to change the way you're thinking about that job. Is it just a lack of focus and vision? You don't really know where you want to go with your life. You don't know what you want to do. So this program is going to help with all of those, but you need to decide first what your reason is. Without having a good solid reason why, it's going to be very difficult to go through and actually make the changes. Now, you'll be able to go through all the steps and do the work, but making things stick and changing habits that have been around for a while, unless you've got a really strong why, that's going to be really tough. So this is a really, really important step. Probably the most important step of this whole entire program is deciding your why. And so I want you to turn this off for a little bit, take a few minutes, take a day, take a week, it doesn't really matter. But really think about why you want to make changes. What is it about your life that you need to change? And you don't have to know where you want to go or what the changes are yet. We'll talk about that. But just why do you want to change? What's your driving force behind all of this? Once you find that why, this is the first time I want you to actually go down and comment below and share what your why is. If it's too personal, feel free to be vague about it. That's cool. But share with me what your why is. Like I said, I'm here to support you. If you have questions or you just want to put it out there and say, look, this is why I'm doing this. And other people are probably feeling the same way. And, when you can relate to what somebody else is going through, it can make the process a lot easier. Okay, so you figured out why you want to do this. That's great. Like I said, that is a big first step. The next question is, if you know why haven't you changed it yet? And you don't necessarily need to answer that. But one of the big reasons oftentimes why we don't make changes when we know we should is a fear of rejection. Friends and family are going to start harping on you about making changes that are maybe too big for them to grasp. You want to change your career direction entirely, and that can make some people uncomfortable. Everybody likes the status quo. It's a lot easier to deal with, right? Why shake things up too much? So, you might start getting some feedback. It's like, well, you've been with that job for so long, stay there. It's good for you. It fits. It's what you went to college for. Why do you want to move to a different town? This is where you grew up. This is where your family is. What you need to understand is you need to do things for you and not necessarily for other people. They're in control of their lives. You need to be in control of your life. And so that fear of rejection and getting that negative feedback from other people is often what stops us from making big changes. And so we're going to kind of work through some of that to get over that, basically, and get you on a path where you're doing the things that are right for your life and not what's right for everybody else. So now that you've had some time to think about this, you've figured out what your why is, why you're doing this. You've maybe even started to think about what you want to change. The final step today, and a very big step, is to make the decision to make the change. Just do it. Take the first steps, which if you've sat down and you've done this initial work about figuring out your why, that's a first big step. So finding balance, finding truth, this is not just a little book where I'm going to sit down and read it over a weekend and think about making changes in my life. This is a workbook, and this series is going to make you do some work. So like I said, some of it's going to be fun, and we are going to have fun with it. But keep in mind, there is a lot of work involved, and it's going to be a lot of internal work, things that might feel uncomfortable. And that's where we've got the comments below. You know, if you're feeling uncomfortable with something or you're unsure about something, I want you to comment below. Ask me questions if you need some clarification, or if you're just not sure if you're on the right track. You know, I will answer every single comment that is posted down there. I promise you that. I'm here for you. The workbook is here just to guide you along, but you're going to be doing this work, and you know, that's what this is all about. So make that commitment to make these changes. Comment below that, hey, I'm doing this. This is for you. This is not for me. Put it out there to the world. Take that step, take that leap of faith, and just commit to it. So now is the time to make that commitment. Make that commitment to yourself. Make that commitment out to the world, and just commit to doing this process. Because I'll be honest with you, if you're not willing to put that out there to yourself or to the world and say, look, I'm ready to do this, then you're not ready for the next 4 videos in this series. And that's okay. This is a lot of big, heavy stuff. You know, for some people it's going to be really easy. For others, it's going to be some big, major, you know, mind-blowing life decisions. So, you know, think seriously about it. But if you are ready to commit, post it below. Say, look, I'm out here, I'm doing this, and you know what? There's no turning back. So put that out there. So that's it for our first session. It might have seemed kind of simple, and really the process is very simple. But if you've really done some digging and looking into yourself, then it was probably maybe not easy. Simple, yes. Easy, no. But if you've made that commitment, then I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. We're going to get ready to move forward. Stay tuned for the next video. And meanwhile, share this with a friend. You know, like this video, comment below. We've talked, you know, there's a lot of different reasons to be commenting down below, and I will answer any questions that you have. But share this with some friends too. Let them in on this little secret, and you can work together and support each other. So that said, we're going to wrap up today, and I will see you next time.